Okay, what's going on? Vincent Rapisardi, Big Blue, Unbiased.com. Okay, so busy day for the Giants. Leonard Williams has signed a contract extension, a 3-year, $63 million deal, $45 million guaranteed. I like this deal. Again, what we've seen so far from Dave Gettleman over the past two off seasons, where he's put together a good off season last year. We'll see what he does, what the final outcome is. This offseason, this upcoming season, we'll see how this offseason shaped up for Gettleman, what could be his final year as Giants GM. But you're seeing a lot of short-term deals. You're getting players in their prime, a lot of 3-year deals. Bradbury, Martinez, and now Leonard Williams, 3-year deals. So whether Gettleman's the GM next year or not, they're really not in a bad situation when it comes to their cap situation. Moving forward, they're really not tied into too many players long-term on bad contracts. These players are essentially in the prime of their career, and you're getting the most out of them in that 3-year window. And Leonard Williams will be turning 27 years old, so the Giants will be getting him for, his age 27, 28, and 29 season, right in the prime of his career, coming off a career year. 11.5 sacks, 30 quarterback hits, over 40 pressures. And his cap hit for this season is only $11 million, this upcoming season, $11 million cap hit for Leonard Williams. So this really is a good deal by the Giants and a player that they needed to retain. This was definitely a guy that they couldn't let go because he doesn't just stop the run well, but he rushes the passer. It's tough to find that at the interior defensive lineman position. So big move for the Giants to retain Leonard Williams on a really very team-friendly contract, especially this first season of his 3-year deal, $11 million cap hit. You can't go wrong there. The Giants also went out and signed John Ross, 1-year deal, $2.5 million. He's only played in 27 games over the course of his 4-year NFL career. He doesn't offer you much. I'd like to look at the numbers and tell you this and tell you that, but he really hasn't done much. He only has 51 catches, receptions over the first 4 years of his career. He had one season where he averaged over 18 yards per reception, and then another year where he only had 10 yards per reception, and he had 7 touchdowns. So his speed, you would think he could be a playmaker. He could stretch the field. But I just don't know. I don't think that there's enough information on John Ross to really know what he is. He's a speed guy, but he really hasn't proven much in his career, which is kind of tough. After 4 years, you really don't know much about him. But definitely a lot of talent, former top 10 draft pick back in 2017. So, can't really go too wrong with a 1-year, $2.5 million signing. Add some depth to the Giants wide receiver. Also went out and signed Devontae Booker, running back. He played for the Raiders last season. And if you look at his rush yards over expectation per attempt, right around .52, which was a little bit below Alvin Kamara, a little bit ahead of Chris Carson and Miles Sanders. So, again, rush yards over expectation. You're expected to get a certain amount of yards on each play as a running back, and either you go over that expected amount of yards depending on blocking and the speed of the running back and all these different factors. It's an NFL next-gen stat. If you go over that expected amount, that's good, obviously. If you go under it, obviously not so good. So his rush yards over expectation per attempt, .52, pretty good. Again, right in the category of Alvin Kamara, a little bit lower than Alvin Kamara, and right above Miles Sanders, Chris Carson. So that should give you kind of a good estimate of the kind of player that he is. Averaged about 4.5 yards per carry last season. He's a nice backup running back to have. I think that probably means that Wayne Gallman won't return to the Giants. So now they have a solid veteran running back. He's been around for a little bit, so he's definitely got some experience right behind Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley probably should be ready to go once the season starts and be good to go. And as long as there aren't any setbacks or anything that happen in camp. But again, a nice second option. Who knows? Maybe they go out and draft a running back too, mid-round pick type thing, just to have some insurance policy on Saquon Barkley if he's not 100%. Also went out and signed fullback Cullen Gillespie. It's a fullback. I mean, it's a dying position in today's NFL. It's tough to really say if he's good or not. I guess we'll see. We'll see what the Giants decide. What the Giants decide a fullback right now. Cullen Gillespie is their guy at fullback. We'll see. Again, it's kind of a dying position. Nobody talks too much about fullbacks. Make fullbacks great again. Maybe we should. Maybe I'd like to see the NFL do that. Let's make fullbacks great again. I want to see a first-round fullback. So that's really it. That's kind of the wrap up for today's YouTube video. I really do like the Leonard Williams contract extension. I really, really do like it. Again, 3 years, you're getting him in his prime, an $11 million cap hit for this season. And Nate Solder reworked his contract as well. The Giants are going to save a decent amount of cap space here, and I think that they're still in play for Kenny Golladay, so we'll see.